Located in the heart of the Central Flyway, the Houston Gulf Coast region is an important place for migratory birds. During spring migration, more than 2.5 million birds fly non-stop for 18 to 22 hours on their annual 600-mile journey from the Yucatan Peninsula, across the Gulf of Mexico, to the upper Texas coast, where they rest and refuel. Houston Audubon has protected and restored refuges for migratory birds for over 45 years, from salt marshes, mudflats, beaches, bayous, wetlands, coastal grasslands, and bottomland forests. This sanctuary system continues to play a major role in advancing the conservation of birds and their supporting habitats. As population grows to 10 million over the next 25 years in the greater Houston area, and natural landscapes are consumed and transformed, the collective efforts to enlarge and improve urban wildlife habitat becomes more critical.
There's a concrete footprint that's moving out from Houston, so it's constantly expanding outward and definitely taking habitat. I think that we have so much opportunity to make positive things happen. And for example, bringing in native plants, we not only save water, but we also basically enhance the conservation potential tremendously with plants that are known to the birds and butterflies and bees. And all of a sudden you begin to bring the ecological system back into the urban area. I think our greatest challenge is communication. We've got the best ecological systems just about of any city in the United States immediately around us. The birds are superb here, yet most of the people in Houston probably don't know how great that is.
With Bird Friendly Communities program, we want to turn our focus to urban birds and to making healthy habitat for those birds. Audubon's already been so successful in many of its efforts, and this is just raising awareness, improving habitat, and bringing joy through birds and making Houston a happier, healthier place. We're so excited to work with our partners. I am so impressed with the work that Herman Park Conservancy is doing to offer a park that appeals to such a range of interest groups and also manages to offer space for wildlife. Houston Wilderness has been an excellent resource for bringing funding to Houston for more collaborative conservation projects. And then the Houston Parks Board right now is doing excellent work with their BioGreenway initiatives, which creates trails and pathways along our biosystem, but while doing so, it also improves the habitat along our biocorridors that our wildlife travel along.
Today, the typical urban yard is a small mix of really standard plants that are usually exotic invasives. And what we want to do is to find positive alternatives that are equally beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, but that also have wildlife value. We want to reintroduce native plants that are delicious and palatable and are inviting to not only our resident birds and wildlife and insects, but also the migratory birds.
We had the vision that Houston Audubon could start providing these plants to other people. So what we're trying to do is provide plant material that's extremely local, locally native. We're selling them to other organizations that are trying to do restoration or reconstruction projects, and we're selling them to individuals. They want to put them in their homes, schools, parks. We put them on green roof projects for schools and developers.
Houston Audubon tries, through a variety of different methods, especially education, to go out to the community and reach folks of all different ages and get them engaged and connected to the natural outdoors, whether it's their backyard, their school campus, or a local park. Houston Audubon is very fortunate to have so many different sanctuaries, both big and small, and our two urban sanctuaries. We can show them small areas that have been converted to simulate what they might have in their backyard or in their school habitat, and introduce them to the plants and the insects that are using those natives.
Those relationships between plants and insects have been forged over millennia. So the birds need the insects need the specific plants, we need the birds, so it all goes together.
This sustainable future, I think, is where people understand the environmental context in which they live. They understand that nature doesn't end at the city limit.
I think we can make a difference, and not trying is just unacceptable.
Houston Audubon, to me, has been the champion of kind of this smooth transition from where we are today to where we want to be.
Where birds thrive, people prosper. And for Houston, what I think that means is creating a healthy, happy city for all people, for urban wildlife, and for future generations.